Solution Studios. Okay, I'm calling it Superior Solution Studios, so you guys will see a lot of things change towards the end of the year, and obviously as we start out our year strong. All right, 2023. The purpose of this video and what I want to talk about is the tools that you need to actually start have a strong foundation for a business, right? But how to start a business and how to stand on that, right? How to have a strong one. So let's dive deeper into that. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video to anyone who is in the startup phase, right? Pre-revenue, and they want to get into owning a business. So they definitely need to watch this video. So throughout this entire year, all right, my entrepreneurial journey has been very interesting, okay, as well as my personal journey. And you know, if you are my loyal subscriber, okay, my cousin, you guys know that, you know, I've had a lot of stuff that happened this year, right? As far as with my business, the entrepreneurial journey, I've had a lot of successes, believe it or not, this year. And I'm so happy to really share them with you and share how I was able to get there. So for number one, we always hear this, okay, but you need a mentor, all right? And the reasons for why we all need a mentor, even me, right? I have a mentor myself as well. But we all need a mentor when we start going onto the entrepreneurial journey to help coach us through this, right? You need a mentor. You need someone who's in your industry, and you need someone who's have already made millions of dollars, right, in your industry. Someone who can actually take the time out to really help you and really hold your hand through the process if you need that, or it just all depends on how you learn. So I would definitely recommend, number one, having a mentor, right? And then obviously once you have your mentor, then in the process of gaining your mentor, you're going to have a different mindset. Okay, that's number two, mindset. Changing your mindset is something that will naturally happen in the midst of your entrepreneurial journey. You are going to naturally go into boss mode. You're going to naturally go into, I don't have time for that shit, and I'm focused on this right here because this right here is what's going to serve my family, you know? So when you have that mindset, you're going to automatically go into that mindset, right? And when you get into that mindset, right, it's about keeping that mindset and staying on top of everything, okay? So having that mindset and changing it. Aside from that, or adding on to that, is what I noticed is that this year, my clients, especially my startups, okay, but outside of startups and even seasoned businesses, for you all have a thing of comparing yourselves to your mentors or comparing yourselves to the competitors, right? And in the midst of you comparing yourself, you are getting discouraged. And then besides you getting discouraged, you're also like, well, dang, if I cared about myself, or if I could, it's like a whole situation, a whole down spiral mentally, right? You can't compare yourself to the people that you see on Facebook and Instagram because their business dreams and their goals are theirs. And what I noticed amongst this year, when I asked my mentees, I would ask you guys, hey, do you have a business plan? That's my first question. You know, I'm gonna ask you, do you have a business plan? Because I talk about that all the time. And if you don't, it's okay. I'm not here to judge you, you know? Okay, that's fine. We can create one. But do you have a vision? And that comes with a mindset. A lot of us don't have a vision. A lot of us have the vision of, I just want to make some money so I can get out of this situation. And it's okay. You know what I mean? Then we just need to be a hustler. We don't need to be bosses. We just need to hustle, okay? So then you just need to tap in with me on how to find strategies or how to find different life hacks and financial hacks to get you to where you need to be. But there's no point. You don't want to jump right into entrepreneurship or to go right into becoming a boss off of a hard situation. You know what I mean? If it's been your dream, your lifelong dream to own a trucking company, if it's been your dream to be into real estate and that's something that, you know, you really care about, you have goals for that, then we do have to take these steps, right, to get you to where you need to be. But if you are in a situation where, hey, I just want to own the LLC so I can get some of this money y'all talking about on Instagram so I can get out of my situation, then okay. Okay then, cousin, just say that from the jump so we don't go take the wrong path and we don't put people in the wrong situation, you know? Because there's a lot of us that's in these rooms that are not supposed to be in these rooms, okay? And it's kind of like making the room a little bit too crowded, all right? So we got the hustlers And we got the actual bosses, okay? The entrepreneurs, the innovators, right? The accelerators. Okay, so mindset, that's number 2. Now, education, all right? You all have to be willing to increase your education, right? Increase your knowledge, and invest in that as well. And it's tough, right? It's tough for us to invest in our education. It is. When you guys hear $2,000, $3,000, $1,000 for this class and things like that, think of it like this. And you have to make sure you do your research too, okay? Because it's not, oh, this woman or this male or, this man, he has a lot of following, right, on Instagram, or he has a lot of following in general, and it just looks like he knows a lot about what he's doing. Actually dive deeper into, who they are, right, and where they come, like not where they come from, but like their entrepreneurial journey, and make sure that is someone that you do want to learn from, okay? Everybody's teaching ways are different. Everybody's webinars are different. Everybody's ebooks are different, okay? Everyone like gets a message across differently, but it's the same message, okay? So I said this before, and I'm gonna say it again, okay? Make sure you know who you're dealing with when you guys are investing in your education, okay? When you are learning about how to do your own credit repair, when you're learning about how to get funding, right? Or when you're learning about grants, right? How to write a grant and stuff like that. Do your research before you actually spend the tab in your education, and also have some experience in it, okay? And master it. Get to know the education that you're getting into. But education is definitely key in the midst of the entrepreneurial journey, okay? So those are the 3 main things that I would say in my entrepreneurial journey that I noticed that my clients needed, that they needed through their journey. Now that we've spoken a couple minutes about that, all right, let's hop on over to directly, the actual tools you need to be, to have like a business format, right? So I created this business credit checklist, right? It's really simple and straightforward, you guys. I'm actually going to put a link of it in the description. And I'll probably make it look nice and stuff, but I don't care about, all of these logos and all this branding stuff right now, because what I care about is the actual paperwork and actually getting what we need across. The business credit checklist that I'm providing for you guys in the description below is literally all of the things and all of the steps that you need to take in order for you to literally have the perfect profile for funding. And funding means, business loans, business credit cards, grants, okay? Grant opportunities. Now, remember, grants don't go by your personal credit. Grants, they just go by the information you put on the application, right? But with business credit cards and business loans, the information, everything literally has to match, okay? So in order for you to know everything is set in stone, you have everything you need, I'm providing you with a business credit checklist, okay? So let's go over that checklist really quick. Okay. And I see you guys saying good morning. Good morning, you guys. I know I haven't been on live in a minute, I'm going to come back on here and talk about grants. I know you want to see some grants. Okay, so the business credit checklist, okay? So the first thing you definitely need to have, obviously, is your LLC. That's number 1. Okay? You need to have your business entity information, all right? So that can be an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, or INC, okay? Any of those. And then once you get that, all right, then you want to get your EIN, which is free as well. Okay, you want to get your EIN, which is free. Now, this is the kicker, all right? And maybe this is something you guys should do before then. So scratch that. Let's start from scratch, all right? For number 1, when you are starting a business, come up with a name. What's your name? What's the idea? What are you doing, okay? That's number 1. Have your vision, have your goal, think about it, dream on it, sleep on it a little bit, okay? Then come back, and then when you have your name, now it's time to set up. This information to kind of start your business, it could cost you around $300 to $500, all right? $300 to $500 is really all you need to really get started with the paperwork foundations of your business, okay? Once you have your name, then you're gonna say, okay, boom. I need a business address because I don't want nobody knowing where I stay at. And two, I know from watching Shelby's videos and all these other YouTube videos that if I don't have a commercial address, that I won't get approved for business credit cards. Okay, so you get a virtual address. You can use Regis. Regis is high as hell. Regis, okay. Alliance Virtual Office, which I am an affiliate of, so I can put the link in the description, okay? Or you can use any other virtual office that is in your local area, okay? I prefer virtual office over a P.O. box, and the reason why is because P.O. boxes can be very confusing. But if you live in one of those places that have, you have no choice but to use a P.O. box, then use a P.O. box, okay? So then once you get your business address, then that's when you want to get the LLC, okay? Because you're going to use that business address as the entity's address when you get your LLC, S Corp, C Corp, or INC. So that's when you get your your entity paperwork. That same business address, the virtual address that you have, and I highly recommend that you guys go with like a virtual address, virtual office that comes with an 800 number, but if not, it's cool. But once you're going to use that same address for your EIN, right? This is very important. This is a key point. That EIN paperwork, if your EIN, if your IRS does not have the correct business address, that is the same exact address that's on the LLC article, right? You're denied because they know the difference, y'all. Computers talk to each other. Remember that, okay? So make sure you use that virtual address for all of everything business related, okay? So that means you gotta keep paying that monthly tab to keep that virtual address active. So then you pay for your LLC, you get your EIN, which is free. All right, LLCs usually cost $125, $200 around that time. You guys use LegalZoom, right? And then once you get your EIN, then we want to talk about making sure you have your business phone number, right? If you sign up for a virtual office and you don't have a business phone number that comes with that, like a live receptionist, okay, you can use RingCentral, Phone.com, and others to actually get a 1-800 phone number for less than $5, okay? Once you get your 1-800 number, then you want to make sure you list it in 401 listing. And you guys may think that 401 listing, what the hell I need that for? That's some old shit. Listen, it may be old, but let me tell you, 411 listings, like I said earlier, computers talk to each other. And having 401 listings, having other things like, making sure your business is visible, right? And reachable, that shows business professionalism. Okay, and then once you get your number, you do the 401 list me and things like that, then we move on to all of the other things that matter, like your business website, professional email address, and those beautiful things with the website, the web stuff, right? Which is, they call it website traffic, or you want to be, visible, socially visible, right? And so that's where you do things like have your professional email address, do Google My Business, have your Instagram and your social media handles. That's what that is, being web-wide visible. I forgot the actual name of it, though. You guys can help me out with that. I forgot the actual name of it. But you want to be visible, right, on the internet. And so GoDaddy is who I go through, okay? Or lately, a lot of people has been going through Google directly, which is Google Workspace. I use Google Workspace as well, okay? So either one is fine. But yes, corporate identity, thank you. Yes, corporate identity, that helps with that, okay? So that's pretty much what we're doing here. We're building our corporate identity. So thank you for that. So with that being said, once we have our email and our website, and you guys know, like, actually within the first 30 days, you don't have to have an actual published website. You could just have the domain, okay? So we could just have that www.yourbusiness.com, okay? And once you get those things through GoDaddy or Google Workspace, okay, which Google Workspace is so convenient if you use Google like me. I use Google like crazy. So very convenient if you're a Google lover. But then after you get that stuff, right, Then we're gonna move on to the actual business credit side, right? Because now we have the business paperwork. Now we need to move on to viewing our business credit reports and seeing what the hell is going on. Now, how we do that is we get a DUNS number, okay? Because we actually have to start somewhere, right? You're not gonna have business credit straight out. And I know that we have some seasoned businesses in here that actually got business credit cards without even getting some net 30s. So some of y'all been kind of like, getting through these corners, but we still need to make sure we have everything together. Now, so we do Dun & Bradstreet. The key to Dun & Bradstreet, I never said this before. Ooh, the coach is gonna be mad when I say this. This is the key to Dun & Bradstreet, okay? The key to Dun & Bradstreet to starting an actual paydex score is making sure you add a SIC and NAICS code. You'd be so surprised. That little thing actually starts to generate a score with Dun & Bradstreet. And I have a whole entire, I think it's a 10-minute, not even a 10-minute video on what a SIC and NAICS code is, okay? So you guys can go back and watch that video. It's one of my pre-recorded videos. And it really breaks it down. But a SIC and NAICS code is all you need. It's not really all you need, but it's one of the main factors that first you need to do when you actually get a DUNS number. A lot of you guys don't know this, but there's 64 different scoring modules within Dun & Bradstreet themselves and also FICO. So when it comes down to Dun & Bradstreet and generating a paydex score, the SIC and NAICS codes will tell the computer what your industry is about, right? And what you're getting into. So it'll automatically start generating a score. Now, when we start talking about net 30s and the business credit cards and accounts that you guys have and auto loans and all that stuff, then we start talking about adding them as a business trade reference. I really want to dive super deep into how to add business trade references and stuff, but I can't do this for free on YouTube. I cannot do that for free on YouTube because that is something that you have to literally join my program to physically see me add business trade references and understand how Dun & Bradstreet platform works, okay? Because it's a platform that you are actually supposed to use to leverage your business credit. A lot of us coaches don't tell you that either, okay? So there you go. Now you get your DUNS number and make sure the SIC and NAICS codes are there, okay? Because that's key, because in 30 days, that's gonna generate a score for us. Then we want to download nav.com, okay? And I've talked about nav.com. Nav.com is like the Credit Karma for your business, right? Nav.com gives you all four of your business credit reports and scores. As long as you sign up for the business loan builder, okay, you'll get all four of them. But if you sign up for the free subscription, you'll still get what you need. But the FICO score you won't get. And just to let you guys know, FICO scoring modules is only, when we're talking about business, is solely used for SBA loans, okay? Government funding. But if you're not worried about government funding, you're trying to get some basic lending, from any bank or credit union, then you don't have to too much worry about FICO. I would suggest that you kind of stay focused on small business Experian and Equifax, okay? But we'll dive deeper into those two as well. So nav.com is going to show you everything you need to know. And also nav.com is a resource tool for you to use to be able to dive deeper and to learn more about what business credit is and the importance of it, right? And how to leverage. Then after you've gotten your DUNS number, you've signed up for nav.com and all that good stuff, then I always say just get a business bank account, right? The sooner you start, banking actually is the better. A lot of institutions, a lot of CDFI, banks and stuff like, Bank of America and stuff like that. A lot of them go by your banking date instead of the actual established date of your LLC. And that's because they can track back to how you were banking from day one, right? And, if you didn't have a bank account, we don't have any reference to go off of besides you paid $100 or so for your LLC. Listen, when you start banking and how you start out banking really determines your loan amounts, really determines your approval odds, really determines a lot, okay? So being bankable is something that we will definitely dive deeper into as well on this channel. But yes, as soon as you open up your business bank account, and I always say Navy Federal, right? But not all of us have the privilege to get Navy Federal. So if you don't, then PNC Bank is really good. Chase Bank is really good, and Citibank. Now, Chase Bank is lit, okay? I cannot lie. Chase Bank is great. But Chase Bank and Citibank are banks that you have to start out with $2,000, okay? And I highly recommend them because there's different bank ratings, right? You have banks, I think from 0 to 5, I think, or 0 to 6. And when you want to be in that 5, that low 5, at least, or better. And in order for you to be in that low 5s, right? And this is your bank rate, you have to have at least $10,000 in that account or more, okay? So starting out with $2,000 or whatever just helps you with being able to build on that. And when we start to ask for business loans and credit cards, then, you know, your loan limits will be higher and you'll start out in the tens of thousands, right? Because you've already shown that you're worthy of that. So, bank account, okay, you can get any credit union or PNC, Chase, or Citi, all right? That's what I recommend. And then business trade lines, okay? When you guys get business trade lines, you want to get at least 6 net 30 and net 60 net term accounts, okay? At least 6 of them. You need to have 6 of them. Now, if you don't have good credit, you're going to have to take the net route, okay? And it might take you a little bit longer, and yes, it takes your investment, okay? You want to do the net term hack. The net term hack is you get your services and goods and merchandise, and then you make those 2 on-time payments in less than 30 days, okay? But remember, with the net terms, you have 30 days to pay it back, but you want to pay it off in less than 30 days, okay? 2 on-time payments, 2 invoices for each of those net 30 accounts that you have. So if you need 6 net 30 accounts, 6 of them, if you need 6 net 30 accounts, and you must do at least 2 or more. Oh, let me tell y'all about Uline, because me and my client, we just found this out like 2 weeks ago. Uline is no longer doing 2 or more. Uline now wants 6 or more, okay? So if you need 6 net 30 accounts, and each of them you must make at least 2 or more on-time payments to all 6 of them, you are going to come out of pocket, okay? This is going to be an investment. You better be ready and get buckled in for this, okay? But if you have good credit, if you have a credit score, personal credit score of 680 or above, you can go straight to credit cards. You don't have to take the net term. You don't have to take that long route, okay? If you are literally 650, call me. Like, text me. If you are literally 650 and you are literally right there to be 680 or above, or to be like in the 700s, definitely text me, all right? So that way we can at least add trade lines, or we can do a primary line or something to get you to that 700s, right over that hump, so where we can just start applying for credit cards for you. And with my credit card stacking program and funding program, listen, we have fun because I'm literally on Zoom showing you guys exactly what's going on. And, you know, you get to learn, right? I like teaching. You guys love learning. So, yeah, with credit cards, I had a little brain fart there. But with credit cards and with business loans and stuff, and becoming bankable and all of that good stuff, if you have good credit, you don't have to take that long route with the net 30s. If you don't have good credit, you gonna have to, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to take this route. And it's okay, Because I had to take that route. I didn't start out with good credit, you guys. I started out with terrible credit, and I had to do the net 30 term. And that took me about 2 months, okay? It took me 2 months to do it. And here I am telling you guys, but that's why I did all the trial and errors for y'all, right? So this business credit checklist is very simple, straight to the point, okay? So I'm gonna provide the link, the shareable link for you guys in the description, so you can just take a look at it and just take off with it. But once you guys have done all of these steps here on my business credit checklist that I'm providing to you all, I definitely want you to text me, right? Text #business to 305-686-0781. Because once you've done this, then we have to dive deeper into your actual execution strategy, right? It doesn't start here. Now that we have the foundations, we have the format, now let's talk about how to execute. Now let's talk about the funding strategy. Now let's talk about how we're going to get you to your funding goal, right? How we're going to get you to that 150K, 250, 300, 500K, whatever it is. And once we have the plan all out, then we just need to walk the path, okay? So you guys are interested, all right? You want me to be your coach? Because I'm only taking a handful of y'all for the rest of the year. Because next year, we're going to be set up completely different. I have to have at least 100 of y'all. I know I have to, that I'm actually consistently talking to. And I love you guys so much for like supporting me and being willing to learn. So we're going to organize our coachings. You feel me a little bit better. We're actually going to use these social platforms and stuff because we've just been talking a lot and doing a lot. But now it's time to be more organized. Okay, so I'm super excited. All right, I'm going to close the doors really soon. All right, I'm only probably going to accept about like 10 more people maybe. But if you are interested and you want to get coached through your entire entrepreneurial journey with me and also get this money and not play no more, okay? Not spectate no more, not dream on this no more, not sleep on this shit no more. If you are ready to actually get up, get off that couch and actually take off, then click the link down below. Let's book a consultation. Let's talk about where you currently are. And let's talk about how 2023 is going to be for you, okay? So, I love you guys. Go in peace because it's Monday, all right? It is Money Making Monday, and I'm super excited. I have a lot of stuff to do today, all right, to wrap up the year. Text me, #business, okay? You know, the comments somewhere around here. And you guys like and share this video and subscribe because we did drop some type of gems in here, okay? And I will be back on here on Wednesday, okay? Because, you know, Women Grant Wednesday, and I have a lot of new grants that just came out today, okay? So I'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace and go in love. Love you guys.